Good morning, you guys. So I want to pray a little bit before I make this video. Um, I had a real long dream last night. I made it my business to go to sleep early and get some rest, and then I had to wake up remembering to have a dream. And I think it's a warning also in this. So I watched Sister Sherry's video last night. I'm gonna leave it below. But I did go to Publix last night, and in the stream, I was in Publix, and I feel like the Lord's telling me something, and then also I'm gonna share it with you guys. So, in the dream, I was in Publix last night, and last night, before I get to the dream, last night I went to Publix, and I picked up some items, and I got some hot food. I got some chicken to go with whatever I already had cooked because I didn't want to come back home and cook. So I got something already prepared, and then I bought other things. Also, I did not get my baby's formula. I said, "Oh, I'll come back and get it another day, or I'll go to Walmart." So in the dream, I was in Publix, and I I don't even remember getting anything out of there, but I remember specifically walking down the baby formula aisle and not getting my baby's formula. And I was like, oh, she's still got formula. I can wait till later. So I went to Walmart, and it was, you guys, it was kind of like not dark, but it was like a cloudy dark. You know what I mean? And throughout the whole dream, it wasn't dark, but it was like getting dark, like dusk dark. And so I get to Walmart, and I'm walking up the sidewalk to go into one of the entrances. And on the right side of me, like by one of the first doors, there was a man and a woman, and they gave a handshake. And I knew it to be a Masonic handshake. And it was if it was if the woman walked up to the man and they knew each other. Or not, they didn't know each other, but when they went to go shake hands, it's like they discovered they were both Masons. Okay? And she was kind of like, well, oh, my bad, like I didn't really want mean that. He was like, no, it's okay, like we brother and sister, like it's okay. It's like they accidentally discovered that each other was a Mason, and it was kind of like some type of secret, so they didn't want us to know. But I knew by the type of handshake that they were Masons. Now the one that I seen in the dream is not the one that's commonly talked about. But when I looked it up this morning, there are like 13 different, one says 13 different, and I think this is from their website, different types of handshakes. So in the dream, I knew it to be a Masonic handshake. And I think I may have seen like one person do it before on like the Call for Uprising channel with him exposing these types of handshakes. So anyway, then I walk up a little bit further, and there is a kind of like an entrance door for the buggies. And one of the guys, I guess he was collecting the buggies. He's like, well, you can go in here. I said, no, thank you. I'm not going in that way. Because I would have had to duck and get, I would have had to duck a little because that entranceway was only for the buggies. I said, no, thank you. I'll go on the door. Reminds me of the verses, if any man come in any other way, he's a thief and a robber. So I go straight, and I go through a double doors, like an electric door, and I go straight, and there is a guy in there with like a little hot stand selling like bananas. They look like banana enchiladas, okay, in a little hot steamer thing. They look like banana enchiladas covered in caramel and stuff. I'm thinking, oh man, I didn't come in here for this, but I gotta get one. So I'm looking. I'm like, man, this looks good. You know, it's like banana filled, and it's got hot bananas on top, and it's just. And he's looking like, do you want one? I said, you know what? Let me go and get what I came in here for, and then I'll come back. So obviously, I went and came back, and I just don't remember what I went to go get. You know, I don't know what all items I picked up, but I know I went and I came back to the hot stand that was in front of the store. It was inside the store, not like outside where they sell like cookies, but it was inside the store. So Sarah was there. Sarah's the president of my missionary board, and she was there. I said, Sarah, you want some of this? You know, because she's looking, but don't really, you know, I already know I'm really not supposed to be buying this, but it looks so good. And then I see her over there when I come back. I'm like, Sarah, you want one? I'll get you one. Um, I don't remember if I got her one or not, you guys. I just remember the guy putting one on the plate, and I feel as if I did get one, and because I offered her one, you know, I was like, I'll get you one. So the scene switched, and Sarah's with me again, and she's saying something about my hair, and my hair is in a bun and wet in the dream. She's like, your hair is still wet or something. I said, yeah, Sarah, I washed my hair, but I didn't really, feel like, um, you know, uh, fooling up with it. We're gonna be inside the house anyway. It's gonna be raining all day. I'll get to it eventually. You guys, that did happen. Last night I did wash my hair, but I didn't dry it. But it's not up in a bun. So then it seemed as if we were in a before I get to that, you guys, it seemed as if there was a knowing. And I woke up with this feeling. In the dream, I felt like this was the beginning of famine. People knew it, but it was kind of like they were on the down low, going to the grocery stores, getting all the stuff. Okay, like they were preparing ahead of time, on a down low, getting the stuff. I just knew it in the dream, and then so when I woke up, I got in my spirit, this is the beginning of sorrows. So let me get back to the dream. Then we ended up in this like trailer slash classroom, small classroom, you guys. Many people in there, people that I knew that were in there. My aunt Sarah again was there. Sarah means princess or noble woman, and she was there, and she kind of like sat by me, and we all seated, and in the dream, it was like there was a war that was about to start. And not only that, it seemed as if the war was going on amongst some of us in the classroom, like kind of behind me. Like I knew there was some, not like war, but there was some type of division going on, arguing, bickering, I should say. But I knew that we were in this classroom, and we were waiting for something bigger. Like we were sheltered in this small classroom with a few of us. I'd say probably like, if I had to guess, probably like 20, 30. In this trailer slash classroom with the old school desk, the hard wooden desk with the metal legs. And we were just all sitting, just waiting, anticipating something. We were sheltered, but it was like we were anticipating a war to come and break out. This was like we were on the edge, like on the edge of our seats, anticipating this. And so I look over, and there was kind of, um, I don't know if it was kind of like a, you know how the VIP section is like kind of like um, separate from any, like in a club or in a any type of event hall. The VIP section is kind of like cut off. So I look over there in a, like, I guess like a kind of like VIP section, and I see who I knew in a dream to be Tom Joyner. He was a radio DJ, okay, and if I'm not mistaken, he's retired, okay, and he's doing some type of, I don't know, I feel like he's doing some type of work. Um, he's doing some type of like charity work or something. I don't know. I feel like that's what I heard because he was on an interview one day on Sunday morning. So anyway, I look over, and he's like this B. He's married to like a B list actress, and I don't know who it is. Maybe it'll come to me. Um, and also, he's like, he doesn't look like the Tom Joyner that I know. I'm looking at him, I'm like, and he's over there all proud and puffed up, just like he is it, okay? And he he doesn't look like the Tom Joyner that I know. And I'm thinking, dang man, he don't look like the Tom Joyner I know. I said, well, I guess, me never seeing him in person and only ever hearing him in the radio, just, he looked different. And not only that, you guys, he had, I knew him to be a minister, like a pastor. So he looked different, and somehow the label of like pastor is on him. And then also on top of that, he's got this French roll on his hair, in his hair. His hair is like all gray, and he's got this French roll. And I even want to say like a little bang, okay? And I'm like, why he look like this and why he got the French roll on him? And on top of that, he think he all that. Not even cute, okay? So I just saw him like kind of off in this little section, like almost like, oh, I don't know, like this like VIP box. And he's over there like, like, you know, like why don't y'all just da 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 da, like just real proud acting. And I feel like that's the end of the dream, you guys. But when I woke up, I got the beginning of sorrows. I just kept hearing that in my spirit, you guys. The beginning of sorrows. And not only that, the front roll on top of John, with him being a radio host, of course that made me think about the devil. But then with the French roll being on top of his head also, the French roll was kind of matted down. It wasn't like a high bun, a high French roll, but it was a high bun. It was a like a matted down French roll. I also, I feel like maybe the Lord was telling me like little horn, and it just made me think, all that being put together, just like the Antichrist. So I did look up the little horn. It's in, I feel like it's in Revelation 13 and Daniel 7 and 8, maybe 9. But he just looked so much, I knew him to be Tom Joyner, but he just didn't look like what he does for real. And he had his hair, and he had this front roll in his hair. On the top of his hair, you could see it, like the little comb looking thing on top. It was a French roll. So that was the end of the dream. And you guys, I feel like the Lord, because I did this last night. I could have got my baby formula last night. And we know that parts of Matthew 27:24 does not apply to us. I have to read it to see what part is split up. Half of it's for us, half of it's not. It's been a long time since I've read Matthew 24. But I know that all of it doesn't apply to us. And I know sometimes people get those things. What's this? Mixed up. Maybe it's in my other Bible marked. Let me read this. I feel like the Lord is telling us, I felt like, oh, I don't have to go get this stuff. It'll be there. I need to go get my baby's formula. Not because I need it, but I feel like the Lord is telling me, don't wait to the last minute to get stuff. I don't know how much of famine and the pestilence is already here. Look at Africa. Look at the corona. I don't know how much of this we're going to see, but I felt that I heard the Lord tell me, these are the beginning of sorrow. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. I had that in my dream. Let me go up here to 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. Wasn't troubled, you guys. I just knew it to be true. Like I said, I felt like people were like undercover. They knew something was coming, but everybody was in their own, minding their own little business, but secretly getting prepared. And then we were shut up in the other scene. We were shut up in this trailer type thing, sheltered, waiting on rumors of wars, hearing rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. I feel like we're getting a foreshadow of all these things right now. Everything that I just read. Earthquakes, pestilences, famines. Famine was highlighted to me. The beginning. The foreshadowing, all these things beginning to happen. I don't know how, I know we're not going to be here long, but you guys, don't wait till the last minute to get, prepare and stuff. I think I talked about it in another video when I went to the store and there was no more water. There was water, but it was only expensive water, like the glass bottled water and the smart water. But as far as cases of water, like the cheap water that I buy, it's good, but it's cheap. There was no more. The shelves were clean. And then I get back home, and the next night I hear, I get a text about corona, a case of it being in Charleston. And with the Masonic handshake, they got something to do with it. That makes me think that all this is, especially with this corona, for real, this is a biological weapon. Chaos was order out of chaos. They created the chaos and pretended to give order and give us solutions. All right, guys, that's all I want to say in this video. Maybe later on I'll come back and make another one.